Hello, and welcome back to another video. Today, I'm drawing in another artist style. If I can find the name of the artist, I'll put it in the video. However, I want to talk about art styles. Art styles are an important part of what defines an artist, and I wanted to help to explain how I found mine. So, if you're currently trying to figure out your art style, hopefully I can provide some insight. I've been drawing for around 9 years now, so I think I have some experience with wanting a unique art style that sets me apart from other artists. First of all, get rid of the idea that you need to draw something completely original. All our knowledge is based off of someone else's, and when learning, you probably intentionally or unintentionally mimic the style of someone else. But that's not something to be ashamed of. In fact, I recommend exploring different art styles. Find the ones that you like, ones that you don't like. That's how I currently found my style. I recreate pieces of art that I like as if I was that artist. It gives me a peek into their world and what they're thinking about when they're drawing, what they choose as the focal point. In this piece, I was looking at how this artist uses texture and detail. I really admired that piece of their art. Find a couple artists that you like and what parts stand out to you and try recreating them. Am I saying that artist styles are just an amalgamation of what we see and like? Yeah, I am. At the end of the day, you can't create something out of nothing. Like, if you could imagine a monster, like, what would you think of? You're probably thinking of, like, I don't know, aspects of another creature that you've seen before, like eyeballs, or claws, or tentacles if you're weird. But whatever. The point is that you can't imagine something that you haven't seen before. I don't believe that anything is completely original. Sorry, but don't let that discourage you from, like, your explorations. Art takes time, and the more you analyze, and you keep working at it, your art will be better. What's unique is your presentation, how and what you decide to show. Essentially, for me, in my personal opinion, when you stylize something, you simplify complicated information. The human body and, like, all that is super complicated. No one's drawing every single little strand on our little head. We stylize it or simplify it into one singular blob or three singular blobs. That's not singular, but you know what I mean. I have lots of inspiration from anime, as you can tell. Grew up in, like, an era of YouTube and, like, easy internet access, so finding anime for free was, like, my favorite little thing to do. And you can see that in the way that I draw. I'm also inspired by, like, if we want to get into specifics, I kind of had a JoJo phase, so anytime I draw characters with a nose, I always got those, like, couple little lines on there. I also used to be into My Hero Academia. Let's not talk about that. Let's not get into that. I fell off. I don't watch that shit anymore. I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm also inspired by alternative culture and fashion, so your art style doesn't actually have to be inspired by other artists per se, but it can be inspired by other things. So I'm inspired by fashion that I see in, like, Japanese Harajuku fashion, so you can implement that into your characters and how you draw them. You could also be maybe inspired by different mediums of, like, art. So for example, I don't know, painting. Maybe you're inspired to have your, I don't know, digital art look painterly. Either way, you can find any way to stylize your stuff. I see oftentimes artists using particular brushes. They sell brush packs online and they have, like, a really textured, papery look to them. That is also part of a style. When I was learning how to draw, like, I only cared about art styles, like, as if that's the most important thing. However, if you don't have solid fundamentals, things will just kind of look weird. Art styles can only take you so far, so make sure you do your studies. So, what are the fundamentals? There's a lot, but if you clicked on this video, you might be into character illustration or character design. So for that, you need to learn anatomy, observational skills, perspective, and a bit of color. But, like, the most important are anatomy and observational skills. I think it's better to save color for later if you're a beginner, because, like, keep it simple, I guess. People say that you have to draw every single day to get like better, but I agree with that, but also practicing intentionally. Okay, but what does that mean? I mean, look at your art, not from the point of view of like yourself, but if you were someone else, like a teacher or a critic. What looks off, what needs to change, and then study what you're bad at. Maybe this goes without saying, but like doing this more will help your artistic eye get stronger, and you can spot your mistakes a lot faster. And when you look at references and the world around you, you'll start to think more critically. Maybe you're bad at hands, bodies, folds and clothes. For me, it's perspective. That's fine. Spend some time working on that, and then spend the rest of your time drawing fun stuff you like, while also incorporating the stuff that you studied. It'll make practicing a lot more fun. So for a more clear plan, look at a couple of your drawings for like maybe 5 minutes, and observe what you really think you suck at. And then use the resources that I've listed down below and study hard for like 30 minutes or more. Then have free time. Draw whatever you like. For me, that's drawing characters. But add in one thing that you suck at. So if you're bad at hands, draw your favorite characters with their hands sticking out in all kinds of crazy positions. I find that doing this makes studying a lot more fun, and the things that I learn really stick more. Instead of doing whatever I was good at over and over again, for like you artists out there who draw characters, drawing characters in the same 3/4 position over and over again. So be careful of that. Essentially, your lesson plan will look like 30 minutes of studying, 5 minutes of observation, and then maybe 1 hour of free time. Doing that will help you learn a lot faster when it comes to finding your art style. Because without having solid fundamentals, even if you find a fun art style, your art kind of might look like, not so good. So that isn't to say that people who, draw abstract or perhaps in like a really, really stylized style, you know what I'm thinking, like, I don't know, panty and stocking or some shit. You still have to have solid fundamentals to illustrate and contort the human body. So, yeah, do your studies. What I like about the resources that I've listed below, I can't remember them off the top of my head right now, but I'll have them in the description or whatever. They have timed lessons where you can look at different people with different body types, whether nude or not nude, for those of you out there who do not want to see naked bodies. It allows you to see the human form in different ways, in different lighting. In art, we see the same body type being represented over and over again. And it doesn't even like mean, skinny or like fat, or it's like more like seeing people with different ages. We all seen that kind of anime mom that looks like 12, but she's somehow in her 30s and has a kid, but she's like super short and super kawaii or whatever. Learn how to draw people of different ages. I'm also saying that to myself because I don't draw old people enough, but you'll grow to love drawing wrinkles, I think. Also adds to your skill set of who you're able to draw. If you're into drawing only skinny, pretty girls, I don't think people are gonna hate on you that much, but like, it depends. If you're just trying to be like independent, then fine, draw as many girls as you want. But if you're gonna go into like an industry field or whatever, you're trying to like, I don't know, work in games or animation, or you're gonna need to learn to draw a lot more people. Sorry, I don't make the rules. Yeah. Hi, I forgot to sign off, but I wanted to say thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you guys later.